you know, just out here living the dream, guys, in Oregon. Out here living the dream, doing my thing. So, well, folks, what is going on? It's Oregon Motorcycle bringing you another awesome episode, coming to you straight out of Oregon City today, baby. What's going on? Woo! I'm in too good of a mood today. I'm out on the YSR, as you probably noticed, and today's video we're going to be going over some things that I've done to this and just do like a little walk around and stuff. I'm kind of excited right now because the bike is just running amazing, so I'm going to tell you guys what I did that got it running really good right now, even after my little mishap in my other video where I seized the engine in this thing. So I got to go get some gas right now. And then we're gonna go to a little chill spot somewhere. Haven't really decided yet. Maybe down by the river. Get some views of the river here on this beautiful afternoon here in Oregon City. And get some shots of the bike. We'll do a walk around and I'll tell you guys all about it and everything. You wanna know something interesting? You guys know I've been doing 4K lately. And I noticed, so like on my, let's see, what was it? The Eastsider video. I was thinking to myself when I was watching that, I was like, you know, the helmet cam, it seemed a little jerky, like, and I was like, I need to settle down or something. Like, I was getting a little excited or something on that ride. And then, so I'm going through my settings right now. Somebody was asking me about my GoPro settings today. And so I was just going through and looking at all my GoPro settings and stuff to make sure they were matching, and they weren't matching. I had my sharpness off on one of them. So, but what I did discover, guys, so here's a little insider tip for you. The GoPro 5 has no image stabilization in 4K. That's sweet, little mini. And I had no clue. So the 8, however, has plenty. It has boost. Not only does it have stabilization, but it has boost stabilization. The 8 does for 4K. So anyways, I turned my frame rate down to 24 frames a second like we talked about in the other video, you guys. If you guys haven't seen that, check it out. It's posted right up here in the top. I give a tip, a GoPro tip. That is very valuable, especially for you guys that's starting out. That's at the end of the video, and then I talk about frame rates and resolutions and stuff like that. So you guys should definitely check that video out if you guys are interested. Ooh, this thing is so much more responsive. Oh my God. You guys should definitely check that video out if you're interested in making videos or whatever. So I don't have to be near as easy on letting the clutch out. I can just like ride it like a regular bike now. It doesn't bog as much on the bottom now. So yeah. Let me get some gas here and then we'll continue on our journey. If you guys look out there, you can see the Willamette Falls. Spectacular view site right there. You guys, the Willamette Falls is right here in Oregon City, and across the river is West Lynn. And this is the largest waterfall this side of the Mississippi, and it's the second largest waterfall in the United States, second to Niagara Falls. So it's pretty spectacular sight to see. So here she is, guys. This is my YSR. You guys have seen this thing in other videos before, but today is kind of special because it's a bright sunny blue day and my bike's blue and the color's starting to grow on me a little bit, and I've got it all shined and waxed up and tuned up for you guys. Look at that. Look how beautiful this thing is. I mean, it's a good looking bike, don't get me wrong, but so in today's episode I'm just going to go over a couple things that I've done to it. And the most recent, okay, you guys know that the engine seized on me, you know, and that I don't know if that caused the damage to the piston or not, but my buddy was over there the other day, Kevin, you guys know Kevin, and we pulled the tank, the carb, and we took the reeds out and inspected. The reeds look like brand new. They're like in perfect shape. They're all closed, they all look impeccable, whatever, blah 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 blah. And we were looking at the piston though, and the piston looks a little scraped on the intake side from what we could see. So now I don't know if that happened when it seized, or if that's just from whatever it's on the intake side. Maybe it sucked up some bad stuff. I don't know. Piston slap, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. I'm stuck with that. So this is what I'm thinking, guys. I want to keep this thing stock. As you guys know, I want to get it back to factory specs. And I was contemplating motor swaps, and I'm still actually looking at a 250. I know another guy that I know, he has a 250 dirt bike that I'm looking at buying because it's a super good price. And I'm probably just going to end up buying it anyways because of the price. But I was thinking it's an 80, so I was thinking about putting the engine in this. But what the hell? Anyways, I was thinking about putting that engine in this, but now I'm thinking, you know, because all the numbers match on this bike, I'm thinking I might just rebuild this engine and keep it a 50. There's rebuild kits here and there, and then I was thinking about getting a larger carburetor for it, but keeping the carburetor and the stock airbox and all that stuff, so if I wanted to sell it at some point in time, I could put it back 100% factory. And then, you know, maybe after I get it, I want to get it 100% reliable, and so I can just take off on a 100-mile trip if I wanted to. That's what I'm trying to accomplish here before I do any cosmetic stuff, besides just the detailing that I've been doing. So I've cleaned the frame up. I haven't done any painting or anything on it yet, but yeah, I've just done a lot of detailing, a lot of detail work to it. So so when we pulled the carb off, we were checking some of the specs in the manual, and it says there's an air mixture screw on the carburetor, which I wasn't aware of. And so the manual says it's supposed to be 1 1/8 turn, and I checked it, and I was a solid 1 1/2 turns. So I put that back to 1 1/8 and fired it up, and I could tell that it was more responsive. And now that I'm riding it, I can definitely tell it's more responsive. It has more mid-range and a little more low, and that's kind of what, you know, that's what it was missing before. If you guys heard me talk, like I was like, oh, it needs more torque, or it needs more low end or something. But you know, now making that adjustment definitely gave it more torque and gave it more low end, but it feels now that I've lost some top end. Like it doesn't feel like it's revving out as much. So anyways, there's that. So this is a 16mm carburetor on this 50cc, and I've read that if you got a pipe and you get it jetted properly, that you could run a 20mm carburetor. So I think I'm gonna go try to source a 20mm carburetor, get a rebuild kit for this, and rebuild the engine and put that bigger carburetor on it and be happy with that. And then I can start focusing on body work and painting, and by that time it'll probably be winter. So but anyway, stuff like, you know, look at the calipers. They need to be repainted, and if I repaint them, I'm going to go ahead and rebuild them. It's like 20 bucks, 25 bucks for the rebuild kit, but you see they need to be repainted. So do the front fork tubes, and then of course the triple clamps, all that stuff. You can see there's scratched paint, you know, so all that stuff needs to be addressed at some point in time when I start doing cosmetic stuff. So but yeah, so we did the carburetor, you know, I flushed the carburetor out and cleaned all the jets out and everything, and then I made that carburetor adjustment, and it really made a difference in the way the bike's running. The bike feels really good right now. You guys know that I rebuilt the brake master cylinder, the front brakes, and even the rear brakes. I didn't touch the rear brakes, but man, the brakes on this bike are, whew, they are spot on. Like, it stops fast, super fast. So I'm happy with the way the brakes are feeling. The suspension feels okay. I mean, for what it is, the suspension feels okay. You know, like I said, I've been doing a lot of detailing on it. Every time I pull it out, I clean more here and there. I've done a little bit of wiring, harness stuff, like, you know, I put tie straps. These tie straps, you guys, are actually factory. They're supposed to be 2 tie straps here. I may have got them spaced out a little further than they're supposed to be. But yeah, and I still haven't looked at the oil pump yet, guys. I'll, you know, obviously do that when I rebuild the engine at some point in time, but right now it's running good, so I don't know. I don't know. And I also need to rebuild the controls here. They're all gummed up, and I need to get a flasher and some turn signals going. And this is another thing that I'm kind of hung up on, you guys. So this is a question I have for you YSR owners. I can't find out if these fairings are OEM or not, and that's going to be a big decision maker for me. And I can't find any markings on the fairings, and my buddy and I, we were looking at them. You know, we couldn't find anything that had any markings on them. So can you guys tell me if there's supposed to be a marking? Because if these are aftermarket fairings, then I'm going to be doing a rattle can spray paint job on them to get it back to white, and then slapping the stickers on it and calling it a day. I'm not even going, and then I'm going to put aftermarket turn signals on it. But if these are OEM fairings, these are worth some money, and I'm going to have them professionally painted, and I'm going to get the OEM turn signals. There's a huge difference. The aftermarket turn signals are like 50 bucks for 4 of them. If you find the OEM ones, they're over like 250 or something, or 300 bucks almost. So, you know, and it's just like these stupid mirrors. These mirrors are like, I don't know, they're like almost $400 for the set of mirrors. It's crazy, guys. And I need to get a windscreen too. So anyways, this is my YSR, folks. I am totally 100% absolutely in love with this motorcycle. I love it. Like, I think about it at work and I just want to come home and ride it, but I've just been really busy at work and busy going on my group rides, and you know, I've got another motorcycle and a badass BMW, and you know, just out here living the dream, guys, in Oregon. Out here living the dream, doing my thing. So yeah, I'm loving this bike. You guys are going to see a lot more of this bike, and we've got some miniature group rides that we're going to be doing this summer that me and my buddy are already talking about. So anyways, folks, am I still filming? I feel like I'm missing something here. Oh, I am. I put so I put a new petcox, or petcock, however you say, and I put new fuel line, and I put a new fuel filter, inline fuel filter in there. So it's double filtered now before it gets to the carburetor. And the fuel line was like completely deteriorated, and oh my god, the the petcox was just like, I touched the little pre-filters there on the petcox and they just like disintegrated. So it was definitely due for a new petcox, and yeah, new petcox and a little tune on the carb, fresh fuel line, and this little guy's feeling really, really good. So I might plate the carburetor a little bit more, maybe back it out a little bit more, maybe get some of my top end back, but I don't know. I just like the way it's feeling right now, so I might just leave it that way for now. So anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap up this episode. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I forgot to ask for you guys to subscribe in this button, in this video. Sorry, this button. I was a little distracted by that guy trying to take my GoPro. I can't believe that, man. Like, ugh, I don't know. I'm gonna probably make a separate video on that, and then you guys can make the decision if he was trying to take it. He was trying to take it, that's for sure. He was taking it, but like, I don't know. Anyways, guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Be safe and keep the rubber side down. Oregon motorcycle, baby. Huh? Yeah, it's a hella good day. Look outside, man. Yeah, now it's time for a beer.